Hey everybody, what's up? It's been a minute since I made a video. Been kind of busy. You know how that goes, right? But yeah, I wanted to share a few tips. You may know some of them. Hopefully, I can share this knowledge with some people and make your BU experience a little bit easier. Yeah, I just wish I kind of would have known these things before I started, really getting into BU. It's mostly going to be about farming, but I do believe I have a few tips that don't necessarily have to do with farming. They're more for stats. We all battle with their stats on BU. If you guys aren't familiar with the stats on BU, you may want to check out their wiki. But we do have to keep up with hygiene, energy, kind of like the same with the Sims, and it is a ongoing battle. So I'm going to show you a few tricks that I have up my sleeve to kind of help with that, along with some farming tips. So we're going to get into the farming. This is my little humble gardening. Nothing too special. I'm trying to convert all of my plots to green because it's my favorite color, so I'm in the middle of that. The first tip here is once your plants become harvestable, I don't know if that's a word, but once they're ready to be harvested, as you can see this, I don't know if you can really see, but once you get a floating text over your plant that says ready to harvest, I wish I could zoom in on that. Actually, let me do this so you can really see what I'm talking about. In case you've never farmed, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you get like a floating text. I put this black background so you can see it a little bit better. It says ready to harvest. Okay. Once your plant is ready to be harvested, you no longer have to water it. Obviously, you'll have to weed it once you're ready to pick it, once you're ready to harvest it. But you don't have to water it. You don't have to do anything. This plant has been sitting here for like a week and a half, and it's a good way for me to manage my inventory. So, I kind of keep it here until I'm ready to use them. And I use tomatoes a lot, so it won't be, too long before I pick it. But as you can see, my moisture level, well, you can't see it, but it's at 0, and it has been for a week. And that is because it is ready to be harvested, and you can just let it sit there for eternity, and it'll be ready when you are. So there's that. I had to write this stuff down because I'll forget. Oh, this is an amazing thing that I learned. I learned this in class thanks to Lula at the BU classroom. If you guys have never taken a BU class, I really suggest you do because it is very informative. And this is kind of where I've learned all my tricks. I have a banana sitting out, and I have some sunflower seeds. These sunflower seeds are amazing to build up your stats for energy and wellness, I believe. Don't mark me on the energy, but I'm kind of sure you do get some energy from it too. And I had no idea that you can actually eat the sunflower seeds until I went to class, but it's a little tricky on how to get them. So after you grow your sunflower seed, after you grow your sunflower patch and harvest it, it becomes sunflower harvest. Make sure it remains a harvest, okay? Now you can't grab it out of the scale. You have to go to the actual compost bin, which is right here. Can't get it out the scale. You go in here and you go to harvest. You find your sunflower seeds, which I actually don't have any here because I eat them all. And then instead of package, you want to consume. And it will directly give you the sunflower seed, but it has to have the word harvest behind sunflower. If you already harvest them, okay, and then you res them and store them, you can't eat the seeds anymore. So make sure that they still are in the harvest mode, and you come to the compost bin. You could grab a sunflower seed and eat it. And you could do this also with any vegetables that are still in the harvest mode. And if you don't know which vegetables you have in harvest mode, just go to your BU website and type in harvest under assets, and you'll get a list of all the things that are harvest. My pineapple and my tomatoes are still under harvest, so I could eat those directly out of the compost bin. And while I'm farming and gardening and doing all my fun routines, which I haven't even done yet today, I was going to do that with you guys while we talk. I'll pick up a snack or some tea to kind of keep my stats in check. That's why I have all these sunflowers sitting out here. I do have an alt who is my doctor, so I leave them out here and I put them for sale for Zero Linden so she can grab them as well. And iced tea is also really good too for your stats. That's why I have it laying around. And then I obviously have a BU patio set out here to rest on when I'm not doing anything. So there's that. Okay. The scale. The scale gives you energy, guys. I had no idea about that until I went to class. So you don't really pay attention to that when you're harvesting. So if you're going to sit here and, gather some of your fruits and vegetables, seed packs, if you have to AFK, the scale is not a bad place to go, because it gives you, I believe, like 10 energy every routine. You know how it does like a rotation, and I think the rotation is a minute. I'm not sure. I should have got some more of this information before I really did this video, but I know I'll sit here and get my seeds and my energy built. So there's nothing wrong with sitting on that scale to get some energy. Next up, let's talk about energy, because energy and hygiene is my nemesis with BU, because that's the two stats that you're fighting all day. So I'm going to show you what I do. When I get about half, like 50-50, and I'm gardening, or once I get done gardening, I got everything done and now all my stats are drained. Well, my energy and my hygiene are drained, the rest aren't. What I do is I res a sink in my farm. And I'm going to tell you why I use the sink as opposed to the outhouse, the shower, the bed, or the bath. The sink takes the least amount of energy because every time you take a shower, you're trying to balance your energy and your hygiene at the same time. And as your hygiene goes up, your energy goes down, and vice versa. So, the shower is the toilet is actually the biggest energy drainer to use. And then it's the shower and the tub, and then the sink is the least energy draining item to use. So what I do is I sit on the sink and I scratch my butt, because that's what you do on the sink. And I don't do anything else. I don't run the water. I don't res anything. And every rotation, I get 10 points of clean. And the sink needs to be cleaned every 90 uses. And as you use the sink, it does tell you how many times you've used it. So it's very affordable also. So you don't need to use any products. You don't have to drain your water. You just sit on the sink, scratch your butt, and drink a cup of coffee. Yep, that's why I have my coffee right here, and it will bring your energy and your hygiene up really quickly. So yeah, just grab some water. Not water, grab a cup of coffee or energy drink or even a popper and stand on the sink, and you'll be good to go. $99.99 within 10 minutes. So yeah, that's what I do. Okay, my hygiene is all the way up to 99, so I'm not going to keep sitting here. Another mistake that us BU users make is we tend to multitask. At least I know I do. So while I'm, I used to be able to farm. Well, while I'm actually watering my garden or harvesting a plant or picking weeds, I'll eat and I will drink. Well, that's a big no-no. You should never, never try to battle your energy and your hygiene as you're actively gardening or doing a chore. So, because you can miss a couple of ticks, you know how your energy goes up by points, you could miss a tick or two. So, and what I mean by a tick is a point. So always just take, a few seconds, get off of your plot, eat, drink, scratch your butt. And what I mean by scratching your butt is standing on the sink and get your hygiene back up, take a breather. It's not worth it because BU products do cost lindens. Are they expensive? Well, it's a matter of perspective, So regardless if it's expensive or not, you don't want to waste your lindens. So make sure you get the most out of them and don't multitask. Next up is the chicken coops give rare recipes. So I just recently brought my chickens back. I was like so over these chickens. I obviously won't be able to demonstrate them right now. I wish I could. I should have saved one of my bronze eggs. I feel like once you pair your chickens, they start to lay eggs. Well, every week or so, you get a bronze egg that hatches, and you grab it out of your BU profile, bring it into World, you crack it, and it gives you a rare recipe that you can't buy. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a rare recipe right now. It's the peach ivy hanging plant and candle stand. You can't buy this at BU. You can only get it out the bronze egg, and you can only get those eggs from the chickens. So that's kind of low-key why I brought them back, because I wanted to start making some fun stuff. Because I'm not too fond of these chickens, but I've learned to start loving them a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, there's that. Also, I said in my note card, nothing ever has to expire unless you want it to. But I don't know if I necessarily agree with that statement. Because of cooked food, I have never really packaged a lot of BU food because I've never sold it. If I made it, I ate it. I never really packaged it too much. So I don't really understand how the packaging process goes, but I do know that, if you have like your harvest, you obviously got to pull them out of the scale and in World, and once they're in your inventory, they're not going to expire until you res them and set the timer. And what I mean by that, in case you guys don't understand, is once your plants are grown and you harvest them, you have to go to your scale or this little compost bin and you grab them. And once you grab them, the BU server drops one of these in your inventory, and it's a harvestable, product, and then you store it. You could sell it or you could store it, right? So once it's stored, the timer goes on. The timer starts. So I don't understand how it will never expire. I'm trying to think this through with you guys on the YouTube. Because Lula told me in the class that nothing ever has to expire. I guess once you store it, you make something with it and you package it before it expires. But that doesn't mean, I don't understand how nothing can never has to expire. We'll elaborate more on that at a later video. But I do know you can manage your expiration, your expired items. I know if it's in your inventory, it won't expire. But once you res it and you store it, it's going to expire. How do you keep that from expiring? I don't think you can. I think you're just going to have to eat them or cook them before they expire. If you guys know any differently, let me know. But I do know that if you harvest your fruits and vegetables and your herbs and they come out of the scale and they go into your inventory, they're there forever. They will never expire. But once you res them, that's when the clock starts. So you can manage having your items never expire. And if you don't want to, clutter them up in your inventory, you can grab one of these inventory boxes. I haven't set mine up yet because I don't know about it. I haven't taken the time. But I do know the inventory box, you can put all of your harvest in there and they won't expire either until you're ready to use them. But once you hit that store button, I don't think there's anything you can do to keep them from expiring. Okay, moving forward. Your paintings can be paused. Yes, I know, I'm an avid painter. I love to paint. Matter of fact, I gotta hit that up. Once your paintings this is the latest painting, I'm sorry, I had to get to it. Once you res your paintings in World, make sure you click the pause button so that it doesn't drain the stat life, because you do have a stat life. See, I have 100, well, you can't tell, but I have stat life remaining 100%. There is a toggle button to tell you how much your stat life is, and there's a pause and an unpause button. The only time I unpause it is when I'm coming in here to do whatever it is that I'm doing, or I bring the picture out here while I'm gardening if I see that some of my stats are low, and I'll put it on. But I'll make sure to turn it off before I leave, because I don't want it to drain. Paint is only like 10 lindens a tube, but you need like 20 tubes of paint, so it's like 200 lindens for a painting. Not to mention the primer, the brush, and all that stuff. So you kind of want to prolong your paintings so that their stat life lasts a little bit longer. So there's that. Some additional notes. These are some things that I learned a little early on, but I felt that I should share anyway. Poppers can be taken out of your refrigerator, so when you hit like those monumental levels, you get these huge gift boxes from BU, and they give you poppers, and poppers are amazing for increasing your stats immediately. Well, you can get those out of the refrigerator, so if you don't want to clog them in your inventory, as long as you store them, and res them and store them, you can pull them out the fridge. But by far, standing on the sink and sipping coffee is by far the best way to level out your energy and your hygiene at the same time, and the most economical. I stand by that 100%. And this is something I learned 6 months ago, so I've been doing this and trying it. So I've done it all. I used to drink energy drinks, take showers, use the outhouse toilet, and it was always, one was better than the other. Once I started doing the sink and the coffee, it made my life so much easier. If you have to move your plants, make sure you know how to do it. If you're going to move it to another sim, I don't know how to do that. You may want to contact BU. But if you're going to move it within the same sim, I'm going to show you how to do it properly so you don't lose your plants. I'm doing my watering while I'm yip-yapping with you guys, by the way. This is my routine every morning. I water, feed chickens, pick a few berries, do a little bit of crafting, and then carry on. I have an interior decorating business, so that keeps me busy too. Okay, so let's say I wanted to move this over here. Well, once you move it, the plants don't go with it. So you move it to your desired location, you click it, and you click number 4. Number 4 is reposition plants. And once you click it, your plants move with it. So don't move your plants manually. Let BU move them for you, or else they get all funky. I don't even know what happens because I learned that early on not to do that. So move your plot wherever you want it. Click number 4 and the plants will move. Now, social is also something that a lot of people battle with. As a matter of fact, my social is down to 6. So let me go ahead and demonstrate what these plants. I have a lot of herbs that are hanging around. This is sassafras. Sassafras. Yeah, sassafras. I grow this. It's 100 lindens for a 5-pack, so it's pretty economical. This and black tea will give you incredible social stats. Of course, hanging out with your friends does too, but if you don't have time to be hanging out with anybody, grab these. It gives you 25 points per click. So you can buy these at the farmer's market or you can grow them yourself. Last but not least on the list is the bee bell phone and the tic-tac-toe. You buy both of these at BU. If you're trying to increase your stats for the next level of your job and you need logic, creativity, or charisma, if you use your phone faithfully every day, you'll get it before you know it. So the phone obviously needs to be charged. It comes with a charging station. You'll need electricity to use the charger, but right now my phone is dead, so I'm just gonna place it on the charger, let it charge up, and there's a game on here. It's like Simon Says, if you guys remember that game, where you click and remember what the sequence of the colors are, and as you play the game you gain social points as well as gaining logic, and I don't know what other. I know for sure logic, because that's the points I was after, and every time I got one I was like so happy. Okay, so my phone is charged. We're gonna play one game, and I'm not gonna be like super good at it because I don't want to stay forever. You know, I like to make short videos just to demonstrate. Actually, I'm only going to go to round 5 because I know I get a point for round 5. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna lose on purpose. Okay, I was gonna keep going, but I was like, I'm not gonna do this to you guys. So, I finished that round. I got 3 social points. It shows down here in open chat. I got 3 social points, so my socials will go up 3 points, and every once in a while you'll get a logic point too. So that's what you're working towards. Definitely use your bell phone. Last but not least, this is my medical office. In case you guys are sick, come and see Dr. May. She'll hook you up. Let me give you a quick tour. Just real quick, because you know I like to make short videos. We're about to end this though. Ooh, child, my camera skills are rusty. I'm a pharmacist too, so if you guys get sick, come on, see me. Here's Dr. May's office, and it's listed in the BU headquarters. If you want to teleport over here, come take a look. And this is where she'll hook you up or change your teenage status to adult status, and then we have a full-on pharmacy to hook up all of your BU prescriptions. Okay, so the ticky-tacky-toe. I should have brought it out here because I'm not trying to take y'all in my house. And not because I don't want to show it to you, it's just because it's not done and it's all crazy looking and I'm embarrassed. But we'll slide on in here real quick and take a look at the ticky-tacky-toe because it is in my house. And yes, I have trims laying everywhere because I'm always resin stuff. So this is like where I unpack my stuff, so I always have a box over here. But here's the ticky-tacky-toe. And nobody ever showed me how to play these damn games. I had to learn this shit myself, so let me show you how to play it real quick. So you click these boxes and you get duds, which are red. And you get X's and O's. So I got an X. And what you're trying to do is get 3 X's lined up and you have to guess. See, I got a dud. I'm glad I didn't put it down there. Got another dud. Now I got an O. Now I'm screwed. There's no way I can make a tic-tac-toe, so I just keep clicking. But see, there were 2 more X's. If I wouldn't have clicked that dud right there, I would have had it. I hope that kind of explains. I know it doesn't, but you gotta kind of guess where you're gonna line up the X's and the O's. And there is like a little bit of strategy, I guess. See, I could have... If I would have skipped and put it somewhere else, I could have had that up there. Now I'm screwed again. This gives you creativity and something. Oh, well, that's perfect timing. My FaceTime is going off, so I'm going to hit you guys up later. I'm going to grab this call with my daughter. And if you guys have any further questions, just hit me up. And until next time, Sky is out.